Y'all like the bedhead? If you ask me how the past 2 weeks have been on the MICU, my first response is, that sucked. But on a deeper sense, I really do think this was the most growing rotation of intern year all across the board. And I specifically mean your first MICU rotation as a doctor. And it rips you apart physically, mentally, and emotionally for literally a week straight, just like me during this rotation. But also shout out AG1. I've literally survived off of this over the past 2 weeks. Could not have done it without you. A quick message about them. As a busy resident doctor, getting proper nutrition in during the day is ironically a really huge challenge. Many days last for between 12 to 14 hours with very little time to get a full meal in between your clinical duties. I know as much as I've attempted to meal prep, I find myself more often than not consuming only one meal a day. Because of that, I've been searching for a quick, easy, and portable source of assured nutrition as I attempt to take care of myself to take care of others. Luckily, I've been using AG1 for the past month or so, and it's been a game changer for me. Every time I wake up, whether it's 4 a.m. or 5 p.m. after a night shift, it all starts with a scoop of AG1's powerful mix of 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients. It's filled with all your fat-soluble vitamins, B vitamins, important electrolytes, and so much more. It's been so freeing for me to know that no matter what the day throws my way, I'll still be prioritizing a boost of nutrition right from the start. No need to go buy all the individual supplements yourself. In a glass of water, you get an all-in-one solution, literally, to help improve energy, digestion, and nutrition. Wondering which vitamins and minerals to prioritize is often the biggest barrier to my patients and, well, even myself to starting a healthy morning routine. Thankfully, AG1 makes it easy for you to get a comprehensive daily nutrition boost wherever you go. One of my co-residents actually was the first one to allow me to try some of AG1's travel packs as I was struggling through my night shifts, and I've been using it daily ever since. From there, I knew I had to find a way to let you guys all try it too. Use the link down below or scan the QR code on screen now to get exclusively 10 free AG1 travel packs. Usually they only get 5, but I was able to get this just for y'all. And a bottle of vitamin D, along with your first subscription to AG1. Use their provided container, travel packs, and D3 and K2 drops to never have an excuse to not start a healthy lifestyle. Again, use the link down below to get 10 free travel packs. That's 10 extra days of daily nutrition and a bottle of vitamin D when you first subscribe to AG1. Again, thank you so much AG1 for supporting my health throughout the past several weeks of residency, and hope you guys can try it out too. And we're back. Let's talk. I feel like a lot of my videos have just become yap sessions, which honestly, I really apologize for. I didn't mean my channel to turn into just yap on occasion. But when I'm at work, I really do try to focus on my job and be the best I can be for my co-residents, my attendings, and most importantly, my patients. So filming, getting footage, and everything isn't quite on the forefront of my mind 99% of the time. If I get a second, I'll film a little bit. But in all honesty, I want nothing more than to just film somebody else during these periods. I miss being like the creative director and seeing the image in my head of the beauty of someone else or something else. So anybody in New Haven or at Yale, if you have any projects, especially if it's needing an aesthetic eye, or even if it's even somewhat remotely related to medicine, hit me up. I got you. I just want to be creative again. That's all. Now that that's out of the way, I miss you guys. Let's talk about what all happened over the past 2 weeks, because there was a lot. And maybe let me calm down with the Goku Super Saiyan hair. Oh my gosh, I got 6 or 7 different projects to catch up on now. My schedule has practically been get the hospital at 6, leave anywhere from 6 to 7:30, sometimes at 8 o'clock when, multiple patients try to code on you at the end of your shift. Anyways, all that to say, it's been anywhere from 12 to 14 hours a day for the past 2 weeks in a row. Hence the lack of uploads, and I hope you guys can understand that. But this was my first MICU rotation, like, practically ever. And I thought I was alone in that regard. I had one technically in med school, but it was so bad. I was in like rural Georgia. The attending didn't prioritize the students at all, didn't teach. Like I was in the ICU for a month, but didn't learn anything in the ICU. It was so bad. My med school actually shut down that rotation site after I left because me and the other med student ripped them apart on our eval. Anyways, wow, I'm yapping today. Is this what it's like when you haven't been on camera for forever? But the thing with the MICU is, unlike any other rotation, ED, medicine, anesthesia, even surgery, all those rotations you can just kind of grit through. You can do hard work. And like, you can just be a really hard worker and you'll be fine. Like, basically how we all got to where we are. You know, if you have a test that is really hard or you want a better score, you just work harder and you can achieve that goal. And that's basically true for every rotation, except MICU. MICU has been the one rotation where no matter how hard you work, you're going to fall short. And if you hold yourself to the same standards as a regular medicine service or even a surgery service, you are gonna fall so overwhelmingly short of those expectations because the ICU is literally just the Wild West. All of us in med school are trained on like plan A, B, and C, where in the ICU, literally everybody, especially at a big academic center like Yale, everybody who is in that unit is on like plan D, E, F, maybe G, and like they're on these like antibiotic nukes that you gotta call pharmacy and be like, hey, I've never heard of this before in my entire life. What is this? How do I dose it? Cause like, it's the place where patients are sent when nobody knows what else to do. And I left this rotation fully convinced that critical care pulmonology doctors are the smartest people in the entire hospital. I know I'm gonna rub some feathers and just really get on some surgeons' nerves by saying that, but I really do believe that's true. News to wake up to? Let's go! Done with USMLE! The city is so lively now. Fall is out. People are out. The city is alive. Oh man. See ya.
The beautiful thing about hockey is that once you finish med school and get to residency, it doesn't go away. It's just always there, omnipresent.
Bye. Dude, alright, we're checking out a little Japanese. Okay. Like pre-made dishes. Alright, steaks, what we got? Steaks.
The chicken stew.
One bite every good? No, okay. We're not doing that.
Oh man.
We gotta
Look what we got.
We gotta rock the vintage New England Coffee Supply shirt. Yes,
He's a believer
I
now.
was already a believer once I took that first sip of coffee, man. Like I was already a believer, but this
Get this man on payroll.
This is the
Guys.
cherry on top of the cake right here, baby.
Oh, and he brought gifts.
And you know, we got a little Sony cam, you know, just to my boy Andy's gonna just, you know, play with this a little bit, you know, just experiment.
Yeah, I might actually be
footage
switching
coming
to
soon.
Sony.
Possibly.
This is a little bit too big of a rig for me.
Uh-huh.
I think, you know, sometimes it's not the size that matters.
So, you know, we have the one and only Vicky over here.
There we go.
We have some wine. We're at this very nice Japanese bar.
Here we go.
And we're just living life. What can I say?
Hey, that's
With
how
the
we
guy
do
over
it.
here. Hold on. Let me just
Oh, God.
yeah. Let's put the guy who makes all the magic happen behind the camera for us.
Stop, man.
Come on.
Well, see, we're enjoying life even on whatever rotation we're on.
Exactly.
And also, you're looking into what the CA years hold.
There you
I'm
go.
looking forward to it.
I just want y'all to peep the bling real quick. You see the
my,
watch?
Stop.
So wait, come on, wrist tag.
Stop.
Wrist tag.
No,
Oh.
because it's pretty easy.
Okay, there we go. Vic, you have anything else to add?
No, we're just here living life.
Okay.
Being in the moment,
All
you
right.
know.
Love
having
it.
a good
Love
time.
it. There we go. All right, there we go.
This man.
I finally pulled the trigger on the Birkenstock clogs, so scrubs. Clogs. I'm now just wearing pajamas to work.
If there was a time in residency that I felt at the very bottom of the Dunning-Kruger curve, it's been the past 2 weeks. The hardest parts of this rotation for every intern doc is getting comfortable with saying I don't know way more often than you're comfortable with. And that's why there's so many layers in the ICU. There's you, the senior, the fellow, the attending, and then all the consultants and all the experienced ICU nurses who work together as a huge team, because oftentimes the patients there are so sick, quite literally to the point of being doorsteps away from, you know, the highest floor in the hospital, if you know what I mean. The only chance of figuring out what's going on is if you work as a team. You can't be a lone wolf there. But with such critically ill patients, it is the most learning you can have in such a short amount of time as an intern, because once you see some of the worst of the worst, you are prepared for practically anything going to your other rotations. Now, obviously, like, it takes more than just 2 weeks to get to that point, but getting that first exposure, being exposed to those really hard conversations with families, being exposed to those really hard conversations on rounds of what to do when your back is completely against the wall, as the days go on, the fear factor goes away. And one of my seniors told me that the first MICU rotation as an intern is it's pure terror, which absolutely was pure terror for me. But then he said the second time you're there, it's like going into a haunted house with all the lights on, which is one of the just most interesting analogies I've ever heard. Because I know for a fact he's right. When you see the worst of the worst and you figure things out scared, sometimes you need that, and I definitely needed that. So that on other services and as I advance in my career, I'm gonna stay calm in the absolute dumpster fires that are in front of me. And one day that'll hopefully be able to save someone's life. It's also getting really cold really fast in Connecticut, so I'm gonna go back inside. I just want everybody to know that if it is their first rotation in the MICU and you're an intern doctor, when that time comes, you're not alone. I don't care how smart you are, you're just not gonna be prepared for it. Hold on to the people around you. Hold on to the nurses. Care authentically for the families and the patients, especially the patients that can't fend for themselves when they're intubated and sedated. And the complex presentation structure, the pathologies that you have to dive into the back of the textbook for, and all the really scary critical moments with your patients where you probably have to kind of pull them back from the edge of going to the top floor. I didn't believe it myself when I was going through it and when I was having mental breakdowns in that stairwell, but you are supposed to learn something in those moments, and you will remember those moments as probably one of the major turning points in how you are as a doctor. I know for certain it was one of mine, and maybe I'm just convincing myself too so that I can convince you guys. Those really scary moments happen for a reason, and we'll all be better doctors because of it. Let me know what other questions you have about the ICU in the comments below. I'll try to answer them between my ED shifts next, and I will see y'all in the next one. I don't know how to end my videos anymore. Does anybody say like and subscribe anymore? I think ICU made me delirious. This is sundowning.